Helicobacter pylori, natural treatment. Approximately half of the population suffers from an infection caused by the Helicobacter pylori bacterium, which can lead to problems such as inflammation of the stomach, gastritis, stomach ulcers and gastric cancer. In this article you have natural methods to combat this bacteria and eliminate it. What is Helicobacter pylori? Helicobacter pylori is a spiral-shaped bacterium that lives in the stomach of people. It can cause inflammation in the lining of the stomach, gastric mucosa, and cause problems such as gastritis, ulcers and gastric cancer, although in many cases it does not cause symptoms. This bacterium secretes an enzyme called urease, which can neutralize stomach acidity and damage the gastric mucosa. There is controversy about whether the infection should always be treated, since H. pylori has a regulatory function on gastric hormones, leptin and ghrelin, and its elimination could be related to an increase in the prevalence of metabolic syndrome, diabetes type 2 and obesity. Transmission routes: it is common for children to acquire Helicobacter pylori infection through direct contact with stomach fluids such as spit up or vomiting. Other routes of transmission such as contact with saliva, for example, by sharing utensils or kissing on the mouth, or the consumption of water or food contaminated with feces are less common. Unlike other bacteria, H. pylori can only thrive in the acidic environment of the stomach, so its transmission is less frequent. The risk of contracting the infection in adulthood is very low. To prevent infection, it is important to follow the usual hygiene measures, such as washing your hands well before cooking or eating and after using the bathroom, since poor hygienic conditions favor the spread of the bacteria. Helicobacter pylori infection symptoms: some symptoms that may indicate stomach problems include stomach pain, which may be more common on an empty stomach, indicating ulcers, or after eating, indicating gastritis. Reflux or burning sensation in the upper abdomen. Swelling or inflammation of the stomach. Feeling of early satiety after eating a small amount of food. Nausea or vomiting. Anemia and weakness. Melena, which are dark stools. Weight loss. If you experience any of these symptoms, it's important to see a doctor for an accurate diagnosis and proper treatment. Conventional treatment of Helicobacter pylori: the Helicobacter pylori bacteria can trick the immune system, leading to chronic inflammation of the stomach. Although the immune system produces cells that are located around the lesions, the infection can persist and worsen the symptoms if it is not treated properly. Currently, a combination of omeprazole and antibiotics is used to treat H. pylori infection, but the efficacy of this treatment varies between 70 to 80%. The increase in resistance to antibiotics and the high prevalence of infection underscore the need to find alternatives to conventional treatments. In addition, the treatments are usually long, which makes it difficult to follow the patient and can cause discomfort due to side effects. Alternative Helicobacter pylori treatments: Physiomant HP. This supplement contains a special strain of Lactobacillus reuteri called Pylopas TM, which has been developed to bind to Helicobacter pylori bacteria in the stomach and reduce their numbers in the body. In addition, it contains natural ingredients such as gut-guard licorice, turmeric and broccoli, which neutralize the damaging effects of urease and other adhesion factors secreted by this bacterium, which can cause inflammation and ulcers. These ingredients also have anti-inflammatory properties and help prevent the risk of gastric cancer associated with H. pylori infection. It is recommended to take one capsule in the morning and one in the evening for at least a month, and can be continued to prevent future infections. Oregano essential oil. Oregano essential oil is obtained through steam distillation of the Oreganum compactum plant. This oil is rich in carvacrol and thymol, two phenolic compounds that give it remarkable therapeutic properties, such as its ability to act as a broad-spectrum antibacterial, antiviral, antiparasitic, and antifungal. It is a natural and effective option to treat various conditions caused by pathogenic microorganisms. Treatment efficacy: a pilot study was carried out in 129 patients who were taking omeprazole chronically to verify the efficacy of treatment with compact oregano against Helicobacter pylori. Omeprazole was withdrawn for 30 days and antibiotics were prevented, then a chemical stool test was performed and in positive cases treatment with compact oregano was established. The recommended dosage to treat Helicobacter pylori was 2 capsules of 75 mg of Oreganum compactum essential oil every 6 hours for 10 days. 27% of the patients had a negative H. pylori test and 82% improved their symptoms and were able to stop taking omeprazole. This study indicates the possible efficacy of compact oregano in the treatment of H. pylori infection and its associated symptoms. Advantages over antibiotic treatment. There are no microorganisms with known resistance to compact oregano essential oil, due to the complexity of its chemical composition. Respect the intestinal flora, avoiding the classic side effects of antibiotics such as diarrhea or intestinal discomfort. Prevents the development of irritable bowel and SIBO, which can occur as a consequence of intensive antibiotic treatment. An article by Catalina Vidal Ramirez, pharmacist, manager at bio-pharma.es. The information presented in this article is in no way a substitute for the advice of a physician. Any mention in this article of a product does not represent the endorsement of the SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals, for that product.